You're listening to The Rich Life Revolution with me, Michelle Cooper. My mission is to empower you to step into your next level of wealthy. You'll hear all the deets, a little bit of inspiration, and real life takeaways so that you can create your own rich life revolution. Let's dig in. Hey girl, it's me, Michelle, your host of the Rich Life Revolution, and welcome to episode 61, where we're getting all the deets on creating a wealth vision board and how visualizing your financial goals can help you achieve them in record lightning speed. So let's dive in. First of all, are you a vision board person? I am. I love me a vision board, whether that was when I was a kid and I'd rip pictures out of a magazine. Basically, the entire wall of my bedroom was a giant vision board from 17 magazine, the prom dresses, the Jordache jeans. Yes, I know I'm dating myself, but I basically, without knowing it, had turned my bedroom wall into a giant vision board. And so it was only in later life that I realized the power of visuals, the power of seeing what you want right in front of you. And really, that comes from our reticular activating system, the RAS. So the RAS is a part of our brain that helps us focus. And by giving it a goal, we help our brain see the small steps that we can take that will get us to our goal. So a vision board is basically a visual representation of your goals, your dreams, your desires. And we can create that through images, through words, through symbols. My vision boards today sit on Pinterest. I have a vision board that I've created in Canva, and I have it on my phone. It's the backdrop of my computer screen, like my desktop. And I also have things around my office that help me focus and remind me what's important to me and where I'm going. So, vision boards are, I don't think anybody denies that they are a powerful tool for manifesting your desires and staying focused on your long-term goals, because there really is a power of visualization. So there's the psychological impact of a vision board and visualization, right? It can positively affect our mindset and our motivation. And it can make financial, life goals, business goals, whatever your goals are, it can make them feel more attainable. So there's the psychological impact on our brain. Yes, I connect. That's what's important to me. Right. I'm on track. Yes, I don't want this. I want that thing. Right. It's the psychological impact. And we feel good when we look at what we desire. You can also bring in the law of attraction in here. So the law of attraction will say that whatever you focus on is what you are attracting to you. You are like a giant magnet, right? So if we're focused on that blue Jeep, then eventually that blue Jeep's going to come into our life one way or another. That's how the law of attraction works. I am a card carrying member of the Law of Attraction Club, and anybody can tell me anything they want about this, but I know in my lived experience, this is a real thing. Like, this is the real deal. How do you craft your wealth vision board so that it can be used to manifest your financial goals? Well, first thing we got to do is get clear on what our goals are. This comes also down to your human design, right? So in your human design, if you know this, great. If you don't, look it up. But you will be a specific or a non-specific manifester. I personally am non-specific. I have friends who are specific, so I'll talk about both. Here's why it's important, because if you're a non-specific manifester and somebody who's telling you about vision boards says get specific, it's not going to work for you. So for me, I struggled with people saying, get specific, find the picture of the car or the amount of money you want or the dress you want to wear. It doesn't work that way for me because in my brain, I automatically feel limited. I feel restricted. And I think, but what if there's something better? What if I'm cutting myself off from something even better? That's just where I go. And that's because I'm a non-specific manifester. If you're a specific, you do want to get very crystal clear on your specific financial goals rather than having kind of vague aspirations. If you're a non-specific, you want to get very clear on how you want to feel. For non-specific manifestors, how you feel is the most important piece. You'll also want clarity on short-term versus long-term goals, right? Differentiate between the two. It's important to have both on your vision board. You don't have to have like a column, or you could if you wanted, but you don't have to. But be clear. What's your short term goal? What's your long term goal? You could even have two different vision boards. This is my vision board for the next 3 months. This is my vision board for the next 3 years. I don't know. Then you'll want to gather up your supplies, your materials. Now, if you're going to use magazines and stuff like that, that's awesome. You can totally do that. I do mine on Canva now. So I will gather images from online. I use Pinterest a lot in this. And basically, Pinterest is my giant vision board. As I mentioned, it doesn't matter. It's whatever feels good to you. Magazines, pictures, physical paper, or a digital option. Doesn't matter. That's not the important thing. And so don't get caught up in that. Here's some key things that you'll want to identify. Your income target, specific income milestones, monthly revenue, annual earnings, those kind of things. Your savings and investment, images or symbols representing your savings targets, your investment portfolio, your retirement funds, like all of that. Debt reduction, if you're carrying debt, paying off debt, credit cards, loans, mortgages, all that kind of stuff. Now, remember, if you're non-specific, it's how you want to feel achieving these goals. If you're specific, it's as specific as you can possibly get down to the very nitty-gritty detail. You also want to look at business growth if you're an entrepreneur, expansion, growth, scaling, new products, launches, reaching new markets, new business, whatever it is for you, and your lifestyle goals. Incorporating elements that reflect the lifestyle that you desire, how you want to feel, travel, real estate, experiences, how you want to spend your time, all of that. These are the key financial and business and lifestyle themes for your vision board. Then we get to actually creating the vision board. So, gathering images, whether that's digital or paper, doesn't matter, images, quotes, words, anything that resonates with your financial and your business aspirations. Organizing your board so that it feels good to you, so that it's clear and it has a coherence to it. Maybe grouping similar goals together, that kind of thing, and adding your personal touches, personal photos, mementos, handwritten notes. All of this makes the vision board way more memorable and meaningful to you. So we want to make it actionable. Break down larger goals into smaller actionable steps and represent these steps visually on the board and track your progress. It might be an interactive vision board where you have little boxes to tick off, or like a ladder you're climbing or something like that. Like that's a lot of fun for a vision board. I love that. I love ticking boxes. So that is like my jam totally. You'll want to engage in this vision board on a daily basis. So this is why you want to be able to see it. You want it around you, whether it's on your phone, on your computer, on your wall, on your whatever, it doesn't matter. See it. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing the goal and using that vision board and connecting to the energy of it. You could also incorporate positive affirmations that are directly related to your financial success and your prosperity. Now, how often do you update it? That's a common question I get from people. They're like, how often do you do this, Michelle? I do it all the time just because I like it. But one of the things I love to do is to take my vision board and, like, when I actually manifest something on it, I put a big tick over it. And eventually that vision board is done. I've achieved it, right? It's all done. So I can start again. It would not be unusual for me to have several vision boards going at one time. That's just how I roll. Might not be advisable to everybody, but that is me and that's what I do. So, as I said, I love creating vision boards. It is a fun activity for me. And I've had several where I have ticked all the things off. My vision board that I made in 2020 during like the pandemic, I ticked all the boxes, all the things off by the end of 2022. Like that was like a huge manifestation portal I feel like I was in. And there was a lot on there. So I just love it. I think it's so fun and just play with it. Have fun with it. This isn't supposed to be part of your job. It's not supposed to be really hard. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. And one thing I will share with you is notice where you're playing small. Notice the moments where you go, "Oh, but that's doesn't seem possible," or, "Well, that's too big of a goal," or, "That's a huge stretch," or, like, "I don't know if I could ever do that." That's the thing you need to put on your vision board. Not the things you're easily gonna be able to achieve. Like, on my vision board for 2020 was a picture of those Bedouin tents in the Sahara Desert. I had no clue how I was gonna get there, okay? Like, the world was shut down, nobody was traveling anywhere, and I was like, "Oh, I've always wanted to go to Morocco. I've always wanted to stay in these tents, like, this looks amazing." Didn't need to know the how, didn't even really think it was possible, but I put it on the board anyways. Now, what happened? A couple little connect the dots, right? I heard an ad on the radio. I went to that ad's website. I looked at their website. I looked at what they did. They did travel adventures. I had a call with them. I talked about it. I asked them all about, well, where do you go? Then they showed me this whole list of trips. And the first one I saw was Morocco. And I'm like, done, 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 and done. The world was still shut down at this time. But they were like, "Well, we're hoping everything's gonna go as planned. Can't guarantee, but we'll see." I'm like, "I don't care. I'm in." Because if it doesn't happen then, it'll happen the next year or whatever, and at some point, I'll get there. And I said yes to the opportunity, and it brought such an incredible adventure to me. So, you never know how it's gonna happen. You might not even think it's possible to happen, but put it on the board anyways. So I would love to see your own wealth vision board, your financial vision board. I would love us to see a picture, a snapshot, send me a DM, post on your social media, slip it into my email. I don't care. I would just love to see it. And I want to know how it made you feel. Right. And then if you created this vision board and things start showing up for you, tick the boxes and keep me in the loop, sister. I want to know. It is an awesome, fun process. And there's lots and lots of resources on this online. There's all kinds of ways you can do this, and people get very structured in it. I say it's a creative process. Go with the flow, go with what feels right to you, and just do it. Just do it. See what happens. What could go wrong? Nothing. Even if nothing showed up in the first 3 months, who cares? It's not like you failed. It's just a fun, creative process. So I can't wait to hear from you. And I can't wait to see your vision boards. Like, this is going to be awesome. I love talking about vision boards in case you can't pick up on that energy I'm throwing down. Don't forget to tune in next week at episode 62. We're talking to Chrissy Catling, and she is a specialist in the intersection of advanced rapid transformational therapy, intuitive, somatic, and liberatory practices. So she's dedicated to helping people break free from limiting beliefs, feelings, and patterns, and integrating lost parts and achieving freedom from past trauma. This episode was incredible to record. She has an incredible story. It was truly awesome. And there is so much value. So tune in next week, catch that. In the meantime, have an amazing week. What are you visioning for this week for you? I would love, love, love if you shared this on social media. I would love if you shared this podcast to your network. If you haven't given me a rating, I would love that. Of course, I'm all about the love, and a review is bonus. That would be phenomenal. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you got at least one gold nugget today. Be sure to grab your copy of the Rich Life Revolution workbook to help you set the foundation for your next level of wealthy. Get it now at richliferevolution.ca, and I'll see you later.